coming to you live from Sunbury, Ohio at Big Walnut High School, where we're returning once again for another football contest. This one a regional quarterfinal contest between the Big Walnut Golden Eagles and the Massillon Perry Panthers. Stay with us for the pregame show coming up next, and we've got a good game for you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Sports and Fire and Security pregame show as you get a look at the Perry Panthers making their way onto the field for the first time tonight. I'm Bryce Coder, joined in the booth by Micah Flack on color commentary. How you doing tonight, Micah?
Doing good. It's a little bit chilly out here, but playoffs well underway going into the second round.
Now let's take a look at our team spotlight for the visiting Perry Panthers. And so far this season, 6-5, but looking at their record, that can be deceptive. They've lost to almost all the Massillon teams, which is through and through, I mean, a football city.
And they had a really good win last week in the first round against Northland, who was the higher seed. It was an 8-9 matchup, but they really blew them out of the water, Bryce, 35-6. Big Walnut won last week, 42-0 against the Chieftains. So it'll be a little bit of a closer matchup.
Now taking a look at our player spotlight, plays a couple of different positions, but Austin Mattox getting the nod here. The senior and on the year has 11 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 4 INTs. And we get a look there at the Big Walnut Golden Eagles making their way to the field, much to the avail of these home fans. Now let's take a look at our keys to victory for Perry Panthers. So tonight they're going to need unrelenting defensive toughness, and they're going to need to slow down the freight train that is this offense. I mean, that's one of the best things about this Big Walnut Golden Eagle offense is it seems like once that freight train starts rolling downhill, there's no stopping. They'll keep a defense on their heels for 8 minutes for an entire offensive drive and really wear them down. Let's take a second for the national anthem.
National anthem.
National anthem pleasantries being given by the Big Walnut marching band. Now let's take a look at our team spotlight for the Golden Eagles. We've got to see them a whole bunch this year here at the OH Report, and this year they're 10-1 on the season, wrapping up the OCC Capital Championship with a 7-0 record in the conference. This year they've got 112 for 172 passing, 1,500 passing yards, 18 passing touchdowns. But looking at the rushing, I mean 29 rushing touchdowns for them this season.
A lot of that coming from the sophomore running back Nolan Buirley. He's had a phenomenal season, but this is a very good Big Walnut team. That's why they are the #1 seed in this region.
Now let's take a look at our player spotlight. You've already mentioned him a little bit, but Nolan Buirley, I mean, you got to give him the nod here in the regional quarterfinals. He's got 19 rushing touchdowns and 3 receiving touchdowns, over 1,300 rushing yards on the season, and the sophomore is already having an incredible career.
And what a season he has had. He had another phenomenal week last week in the drubbing against Logan and the Chieftains, and now he looks to continue that against Perry.
Now let's take a look at our keys to victory for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. And for them tonight, it's going to need to be that methodical offense. And we were already talking about it, but those long drives just to wear down that defense.
And you want to force Perry in the third and fourth quarters to really have to start rotating and bringing in guys, and they want to be able to take advantage of that. And this is a very good team that was methodical last week against Logan. Their defense was also really good, held them to I don't think it was a first down in the first half, Bryce. So they were phenomenal. They look to continue that. But this Perry team scored a lot of points, so you want to be methodical and take some time off the clock as well.
And this one kicked into the end zone, so they will start things off with the touchback here on the first drive of the game.
This is going to be a good test for Perry facing the #1 team in this region. We saw last week Walnut Ridge, the #2 seed, would end up losing to Kilbourne 29-26. Washington Massillon, or Massillon as they're just called, got the win there, the 3 seeds. So there's been a little bit of upset so far in this region.
So now getting set. Hands it off to Walker. Walker will pick up a few yards there, and that's where we'll start things off.
And this is where last week Big Walnut did a phenomenal job against Logan. They would hold them to 1 or 2 yards at most, would force them to throw the ball. They're going to look to continue that going into this game.
So bringing up second down, 2nd and 5, so able to chunk that one, pick up a modest gain, and put him in a good position here for 2nd down. Defensive line spreading under center. Mattox hands it off and bounces off a tackler. Shepard finally brought down. Looks like he'll get close to that 1st down marker. We'll see if they give it to him, and they do.
Another pickup of 5. A great job running up the middle, just breaking through some tackles, kind of bounced off a Golden Eagle, cut to the left. Another pickup of 5.
So the first down of the evening will belong to Perry as they keep this drive alive here and avoid the 3 and out. Only took them a couple of plays there.
Very different team from what Logan was last week, and that's not to discredit what they did.
And the scrum at the line of scrimmage will pick them up a couple of yards, but they'll blow them dead after about 2.
And this will be the question for Big Walnut as this game continues on. If Perry gets down the field and score, how will they respond to adversity? Haven't really faced any since Westland at the end of the season, where they won with 3 seconds left.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Now on a 2nd and 6, able to pick up 4 yards there, so some decent running so far. We'll see if that ends up challenging the Golden Eagles long term. Again, lining up under center is Mattox. Putting Walker in motion, he'll just end up taking it himself and has some room along the edge. There's a flag thrown and brought down around the 42-yard line. We'll see what they call that.
And they'll call that holding, Bryce. The fans wanted it. It looks like they're going to get it.
Take another look there and does a good job with the deception of just keeping it himself there. But as you can see there,
Big Walnut, they're first.
The holding call will get him. They'll also give Big Walnut.
They'll say it's just a sideline warning.
So just a sideline.
When they were coming around, one of the offensive linemen grabbed the Golden Eagle, but it'll be a sideline warning against Big Walnut.
It's Big Walnut. Ball's marked at the 43, 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
So give them another 1st down, moving the chains very nicely. Mattox hands it off on the reverse to Walker. Walker tries to stay on his feet, picks up about 4 more.
Number 4, Tyson Walker.
Great job by Tyson Walker, finding his way through the defense. Good pickup of 4.
Stop for the Eagles. Pick up a 4.
Walker, one of the stars of this offense. This wide receiver Luke Wolf makes his way back to the huddle and relays the play on to the team. Once again, under center, a man in the backfield, 1 wide out to his left. He'll hand it off again and sees space. Shepard with a huge pickup, crosses the 30 and just short of the red zone. Will be about 2 yards to it.
And what a job. Big Walnut needed to wrap him up there as he goes through the middle, breaks a couple tackles, gets to the sideline, and finds his way for a massive pickup. And a great job by Perry to start out this drive.
Defensive stop for Big Walnut. First down for the Panthers.
So the third first down for the Panthers on this drive will put them within the 25-yard line. 8:30 and ticking remaining here. Same formation. We'll see if they go back to it again, and they do. Gives it to Walker again, only picks up about a yard, so defense bouncing back a little bit, but this drive stays alive.
And this is where they want to be, using the misdirection, the end around, had the tailback go up the middle, fake it, give it on the end of round, but Big Walnut sniffed it out. It'll be a pickup of just one.
Gain of a yard, 2nd 9.
Perry has yet to throw the ball. This will be their 7th play of the drive.
So once again, going back to that formation here on 2nd and 9, ball spotted on the 21. The snap, hands it off to a different guy, this time the fullback, and picks up about 2.
Big Walnut looking for that stand in the red zone. There'll be a pickup of just 1, so it'll be 3rd down and long. It'll be interesting to see what Perry does on 4th down this close to the red zone.
So one of the few times we've seen Big Walnut tested so far, making it interesting here on the first drive of the game as they kick things off to start off the game. And now out of the gun. Man on his left hip, he'll drop back and look to pass, senses the pressure, and he just falls down. It's a sack. He loses about 6 yards on it.
Nowhere to go. It looked like it was number 8, Clint Stover, who blew it up right over the middle. And a great job getting in there for the sack. Was coming from the outside, went inside, and got home.
And there's an injured man down on the field, so we'll take an injury timeout.
Now Perry's very knocked out of range. See what they decide to do. If they want to try to kick it, you're right at about the 27-yard line of Big Walnut. So it's interesting to see what Perry will do. You're backed up deep. It'll be 4th down at about 12 and 13. Not really somewhere you want to go for it here. But we were talking about it a little bit. You were mentioning kickers. Jake Neff has been phenomenal for Big Walnut. They would definitely want to kick it here. Neff is 48 for 48 in extra points, 8 for 9 in field goals. His long was 47. His average is 31. That's pretty good.
The down man was Brody Eckelbarger. And, I mean, he's the punter as well, averaging 33.1 yards per punt and a 57-yard long punt. I mean, with the foot, he's just phenomenal.
He's done a really good job now. Perry.
On 4th down, 4th and 15 is what they'll end up ruling in. With the loss of 7, they'll line up for the field goal, it looks like. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. And it'll be a straight-on shot. This one looks like it has the distance, and it does. So Perry taking the lead here after a drive that took him 60 yards downfield ends up culminating in a field goal. Stay with us for the next kickoff.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make.
Back here after a field goal from Perry, it'll Be a touchback to Brody Hatfield. That's where they'll begin on the 20.
And it was a great job by Perry on that first drive. Eventually would be stopped by number 8, Clint Stover, on the 7-yard loss on the sack. But they ran the ball a few amount of times, and it worked out to back-to-back 5-yard games, then a 35-yard game, and then a penalty would really set them up inside the red zone. But really got stalled out there, but a good job by Big Walnut facing that adversary using a bend-don't-break defense.
They put the tight end in motion out of the gun, hands it off to Buirley. Buirley quick off the handoff, picks up 5 yards and more. He's got space, cuts back inside, crosses the 40 and brought down just shy of Panther territory around the 48-yard line. So quick to get things started for this offense.
And that's a guy you have to be wary about. Great job by the offensive line, the receivers, to give him those blocks, and a phenomenal job on the rush. It'll be a 27-yard gain.
First down for the Eagles.
Now 2 wide receivers to his left. Looks like Hatfield and Ronk. They got 4 men with hands in the dirt and 3 linebackers in the box. And Stumpf will just hand it off to Buirley one more time. Jukes back inside, and another big gain, about 9 yards and close to that first down marker.
And Perry's going to have to find ways to bring down the 6'2" sophomore. Just a hard runner downhill. Perry will have to be very wary of him, but they could use this to set up the pass. Bryce, we know what Eli Stumpf can do with his arm.
So it makes it 2nd and 2 as they cross into Panther territory and quick to the line of scrimmage. They want to catch this defense lacking. Trip receivers on the left side. They'll fake the handoff, finds a receiver. This one, Aiden West. West crosses the first down marker and the 40-yard line. He's brought down around the 37, so this drive stays alive.
And a great job just throwing it over to the flat. Had a couple blockers, gets between those, and you pick up the first down.
On the stop for the Panthers. First down, Big Walnut. Ball spotted at the Panther 37.
So now at the 37-yard line, they'll start again. They got 1 wide receiver wide to his left, this time out of the pistol, as he's got Buirley behind him. Sends Ronk out to the wide out. The handoff to Buirley. No, it doesn't look like it's Buirley this time. Into the end zone, though, it is Buirley. And so making time, no time at all to get back on the board here, and they have claimed the lead with 4:32 remaining here in the first quarter. With the PAT, it'll extend their lead to 4. So some fireworks early on here in the first quarter.
And a great job by Nolan Buirley in this offense. Had gains of 27, 8, and 37 on the ground. The sophomore already off to an incredible start.
Just an incredible run that he was able to break off with ease and caught the defense on their heels. Now they'll line up for the PAT. Jake Neff looking to make it 49 for 49 this year on extra points. And that he does as he splits the upright. So we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. 4:32 remaining here in the first quarter. Big Walnut leading 7-3.
So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So after about 8 minutes of play here, Big Walnut has taken a 7-3 lead over the Perry Panthers. Panthers able to pick up a field goal after a long drive, got him down to about the 22-yard line. The sack put him on 34. And from there, they attempted the field goal, and it was through. And stepping back into the end zone.
Ball travels.
And what a great first drive that was by Big Walnut. Had rushes of 27, 8, 37, and a pass of 8 to get them in the end zone. Perry defensively did not look good on that drive, but they'll have another opportunity on the offensive side where they were very productive.
Down for the Panthers from their own 20.
So 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. They'll look to get things started. They're very fond of that quarterback under center set. This time handing it off. And Shepard breaks off with some space. They're trying to line him up for the tackle and decides to go low. Finally able to bring him down. It was Judah Stewart, the cornerback, on the tackle.
Great job by Shepard. Finds the hole, gets through it. An amazing job, another great rush for them. Had a 35-yard run on their first attempt, now 23.
So their 4th first down of the game. Try it again on 1st down, hands it off to Shepard again. This time a little more success for the defense as they wrap him up for a gain of about 3.
And that'll be the question mark for Big Walnut so far through this first quarter. Perry has yet to attempt a pass, Bryce, so they'll need to find ways to stop the run and Shepard.
So 15 on the play clock as they make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Luke Wolf is the wideout. They're lining up in the same formation. Might be the same look to Shepard again. They'll put the man in motion. They hand it off to the motion man who cuts back inside and crosses the 50 and is brought down around the 49-yard line. This one, Marcellus Harris.
Number 23. Marcellus Harris brought down
and just trying to go to that end around, went right through the middle, saw a bunch of red jerseys, but it'll be 3rd down and short.
Brings up a 3rd and 2.
So a big opportunity for both teams. I feel like either side, if they're able to pick up their desired result, I mean, this could be a real motivator for both teams.
And that could be massive. We'll see what Perry decides to do. If they run it here, they get stopped, will they go for it?
Going with the tried and true, they hand it off straight up the middle. That looks like Shepard this time picks up the 1st down and more, so the chains continue to move.
Great job by Shepard right up the middle. Finds the soft spot and he gets a couple more yards.
1st down for the Panthers.
And this is where they started to stagnate a little bit. They got into Big Walnut territory, saw a little bit of discomfort, eventually would get the sack.
So now into Golden Eagle territory. They'll try to strike again. Shepard a little bit offset in the backfield. This time a counter run. And he'll get hit at the line of scrimmage, pick up about 1 yard and brings up 2nd down. But you can see here a little bit off center from where that quarterback is. And as he made his way out to the backfield, just cuts back for the handoff. But
had a little bit of that counts like in Madden. You just come one way and then you go the other way.
Yeah.
You try to catch the defense to move to the right, but they did not that time. A great job by Big Walnut.
Really is a patience thing. I mean, as a running back, you get the ball and you see all these big guys trying to tackle you. Initially, you want to take off running, but taking the second to read that play and allow it to open up and develop as they put a man in motion. Now Mattox tries to take it himself and pummeled after a pickup of a few.
And Big Walnut starting to read these out more and more, little by little, as they open up the playbook. Big Walnut right there. It'll be pickup of 3, still yet to attempt a pass.
3rd and 5 here. Eli Helton coming up with the tackle there, the 1st team All-OCC linebacker. We featured him last week as our player spotlight and really is the heart of this defense. Now this time Jaden Wilson in the wide out as Mattox is back under center, puts a man in motion. He'll drop back to pass and looking over the middle. It's almost intercepted off the hands of the cornerback.
As we take another look here, drop back. It was in zone coverage. Just tried to throw it right to him and just got a little bit of it tipped.
So now 4th and 5, so the defense holding strong here on 3rd down.
And you're a little bit too far away from attempting a field goal on the left hash.
But they're gonna do it anyway. A 55-yard field goal. He had distance the first time, and it's up. This one a little bit, but there's a flag. He missed, but there's a flag.
And it would have been short.
Field goal is no good.
See what they, if this goes against the defense, if it's
That's
5
big.
yards, it's first down. But if it's against the offense, it backs him up, and I would argue well out of field goal range. And you would probably want to punt it in that scenario.
We need John Boy to read some lips here.
They're really discussing it. I mean, this play is massive. You're either thinking you're going to punt it,
or try the field goal again. I mean, that wasn't that far off.
if you back them up another 5 yards, you're at 60.
There's no flag on the play.
Okay, so no flag on the play. Instead, the kick will be no good. So from the 45-yard line, the Golden Eagles will start over. Great field position for them as they were able to chunk together several very large plays. Looks like a 20.
We have an inadvertent whistle. We will replay 4th down.
So they will have an inverted whistle. They'll give Perry another shot at this 55 yards.
And so they'll try it again, to the dismay of these home fans.
They could punt it here, Bryce. They saw what he had in his leg. He came up just probably 5, 6, 7 yards short. And this could be a scenario where you punt it, but they're going to say go for it. It's a little bit shocking to me, but considering how good Big Walnut's been, you instead start them at the 45 instead of the 20, but could make this.
Huge play here. The defense able to get there quickly this time. We'll see if the offensive line able to hold them off a little bit better. The kick is up, and it's way short, just barely going to reach the end zone. So neither kick good, and this time the Golden Eagles will definitely take over on their own 45-yard line.
And in that scenario, you know what you got from him in the first kick. A little bit shocking they decide to take it on the second, especially with Big Walnut having the opportunity now to start at the 45. The offense has been incredible on that first series.
So 48 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We'll start him at the 20.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood the rules. They will start them at the 20.
Attempted field goal is no good. Ball's taken back at the 20.
So make it 80 yards they'll have to go in order to reach that goal line, but they feel confident all the same. Stump with Buirley on his left hip, puts a man in motion. It's Ronk. Ronk will clear all the way out. Looks to pass, got a couple of options. Ends up finding Owen Pollock, who, no, that one broken up. So intended receiver was Pollock, but not able to come up with this one.
And he just dropped it. He had it right there. No one in front of him. Could have turned upfield. Maybe was looking down the field and didn't maintain control.
That one a tough one to drop there, and could just be the cold hands. I mean, it's a chilly night out here. Hands go numb. Now with 4 linebackers, Perry lines up. There'll be flags thrown. So this one will go against Big Walnut.
False start. Offense number 2. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And we've seen throughout this season for Big Walnut their ability to get in trouble with the flag, and they've overcome it most of the time. But now it'll be second down and long.
Brings up a 2nd and 15.
So they'll switch out Aiden West for Brody Hatfield on this play. 2nd and 15 on their own 15-yard line. Both teams left with 3 timeouts in the half. Now the play call. 3 wide receivers, the most we've seen tonight as they look to pass, and just trying to get it over the line of scrimmage, but blocked by the lineman, and Stumpf was slow to get up there.
Big Walnut pass.
He just tried to loft it over. The lineman read it perfectly, jumped at the right time, swatted with his hand down. Beautiful defense by Perry.
Incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 15 for the Eagles.
So with 15 on the play clock and 39 stopped at the game clock, we're nearing the end of this first quarter. Be sure to stay with us for the rest of this ball game. Looks to pass again. This time Brody Hatfield makes the grab and close to that first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him. If he's not there, he's within inches, and they do give it to him. So the chains move here on 3rd down, converting the 3rd and 15.
What a great job by Big Walnut, getting those extra 15 yards, just stretching out to the marker, and they'll get the 3rd down.
This is exactly the freight train that we talk about. You've got to find a way to come up with stops as a defense here. This is where the Golden Eagles excel.
Maybe be the last play of the quarter. Looks like it. Not in any rush to get up to the ball.
Puts a man in motion. They will. But instead, they'll blow it dead. That's the end of the first quarter. Stay with us. Big Walnut leading this one 7-3 over Massillon Perry.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
So we'll flip the field here in the second quarter. Big Walnut leading this one 7-3 over Massillon. Perry at least. The hand off to Buirley, and a shoestring tackle brings him down, but not before he picks up about 7 yards.
And Buirley has been running all over this Perry team in the first quarter. Now to start the second, he had runs of 27, 8, and 37.
Gain of 8 on the play.
So that's an 8-yard gain. We'll make it 2nd and 2. Buirley on his left hip. They'll fake the handoff. Stumpf rolling out. Has a little bit of space. He's just going to take it himself as he crosses the line of scrimmage and more. So crossing the 45-yard line, Eli Stumpf doing a good job just reading the progressions and deciding that he's going to take the tuck himself, and a bit of fancy running gets him the extra yardage.
Great job, just runs right up the middle, then cuts it outside, and a good pickup to get him to the 50.
So marked down in no man's land. Hatfield and Pollock on his left side, Buirley on his left hip. 2 linebackers in the box, hands it off to Buirley on the play action. And Eli Stumpf picking up a huge block for Nolan Buirley, and he is off to the races, crossing into the end zone. Are you kidding me? Nolan Buirley with yet another touchdown.
What a job by the running back. He went to the right side, no availability there. Eli Stumpf, his quarterback, gets a big block up the middle, green grass from there, and Buirley just takes it all the way to the house. What a job by the running back and quarterback duo.
And Nolan Buirley's going to do what Nolan Buirley's going to do, but that block from Eli Stumpf, the ability to recognize that there was only one man between Buirley and the end zone, and then jump that block. What an unbelievable play.
Phenomenal job by the offense, just not giving up on the play, seeing that he had to run to the right, then comes back to the left when there's nothing available.
And this one is through, so a 14-3 lead now for the Golden Eagles. Stay with us.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So credit Nolan Buirley with the 50-yard rushing touchdown, and there's room now for Walker, a big gain on the kickoff. Now he'll be marked down at the 37, so some good field position for the Panthers.
It was a great job by Nolan Buirley that was set up on the block by his quarterback, Eli Stumpf. He went out to the right on that final play before the kickoff and then took it all the way up the middle after cutting it back. A great job by the running back, who already has touchdowns of 37 yards and 50.
An explosive player in the backfield. That's why we featured him tonight as the player spotlight. Has just done so much, and now Mattox will try to take it himself on the design QB run. He's wrapped around, spun, and brought down for a pickup of about 1. It'll bring up second down.
And nowhere to go for the QB. Mattox just had to try to take it up towards the left side. Grabbed from behind. It'll be a pickup of just 2.
Brought down by Clausen.
And this is where Perry will need to figure out what they need to do. They got really close to the end zone on their first drive, got stopped at about the 25-yard line. But then since that, Big Walnut has been in control defensively as well. They've really held their ground.
Now to the line of scrimmage, 5 left on the play clock. They'll have to move quickly. Defensive line spreading. They put a man in motion and just able to get it off in time. They ended up handing it off to Kyson Walker. Walker gets near the first down marker, brought down. It'll be about a yard short, it looks like.
Yeah, it'll be a pickup of 7 yards. Get it off in time to the motion man, set up on the block by his running back. And it'll be a great rush for 7.
So now 3rd and 1. We've seen the Golden Eagles defense come up with some big 3rd down stops. If Perry wants to get back into this ball game, this is one play that they're gonna have to come up with successfully. Now looks like a goal line stand. They hand it off to the running back, takes a 1-yard run, and I do think he's gonna get the first down marker.
Forward progress should give him right at the line.
And it does. So give him the first down, Connor Shepard, moving the legs and staying alive.
And Perry has been effective on the ground, still have yet to complete a pass, have attempted 1, but nothing on that side of the ball. Rushing, though, they've had some really good gains of 35, then 23, and this drive starting off well on the ground.
In terms of offensive production, both sides with 6 first downs here in the first half as we cross the 9-minute mark. And we'll have a flag thrown.
That would have been an interesting play. Bryce looked like it was going to be a flea flicker.
Take another look there. They'll give him the false start, and it does look like it was going to be a flea flicker.
Still first down.
That could have been a very interesting play for Perry. They had someone on the near side that was going to be streaking down the field, but the play was blown dead before anything could happen.
Relatively clean game so far as well. 1 penalty for both sides, only a false start. We've been cursed earlier in the year with some high penalty games. I think we saw as high as 24 in a game here once.
That's a lot of yardage. I don't know what the math is on that, but ooh.
Now Walker in motion, rolling out to his left, picking up a blocker, looking towards the deep side, and Brody Hatfield cutting back in. They're going to want a pass interference. No luck for him. Mason Hell, the tight end, the intended receiver there, as they look to air it out deep. No luck this time.
And the defense did kind of run into the receiver. Did he trip because of it? But it was well underthrown. There was going to be no way the receiver was going to get back to that, as Big Walnut was right there on defense.
Now less than 10 on the play clock, as the play caller is now back to the huddle, and they're going to call a timeout, their first. So with 8:32 remaining here in the second quarter, we'll take a quick break.
Timeout, Perry there.
Bryce Coder and Micah Flack with the OH Report, joining you with 8:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Big Walnut leading 14-3 over Massillon Perry. Massillon Perry with the ball, though, as they look to get back into this one. Now out of the gun, will roll out and look to pass. Quick off the edge is Helton, but crossing the 50-yard line, Shelton with the completed pass gets the first down and more.
Great job. Get the pass to Connor Shepard. Just cuts it upfield. It'll be a pickup of 6 on the play, their first pass completion of the day.
Oh, instead they'll rule him short 3rd and 4. So now on the 3rd down try, the motion man almost trips. Mattox rolls out to his right on a design QB run and gets nowhere. Leveled at the line of scrimmage.
Be a couple of yards short. It's going to be 4th down. See what they decide to do. It looks like they will go for it. So it'll be pickup of 2 on the rush. Big Walnut looking for the stop.
4th and 2. They're on the Golden Eagle 45-yard line. Haven't had many opportunities, or really any opportunities, at the red zone. They'll look to try again here. Now, no, under the center with Shepard behind him. 2 wide receivers. They hand it off to Shepard, who tries to bounce out. Nowhere to go. He'll get close.
Give the number 22, Connor Shepard.
It looks like it will move the sticks, is my guess. They're
maybe
right
chain
there.
gang. I mean, they haven't given a sign yet.
Official timeout for a measurement.
And the chain gang is coming onto the field here. If they're short, it'll be a turnover on downs.
So this is a massive decision by this unit, and which again will really decide how the outcome of this drive ends and or starts for Big Walnut. Let's get a good look at it here, zooming in on the football. They're going to be short.
And they rule him short. So a turnover on downs will give the Golden Eagles back the ball.
What a job. He got about 1 yard on the rush, but that was about it. Nowhere else to go. And a beautiful job there by the defensive line to just pull him back, get him a yard short. Now Big Walnut takes over with great field position.
So a huge play there for this defense, a huge momentum play. And for this Panther defense, they have been unable to come up with an answer for Nolan Buirley so far, but they have got to slow him down if they want to stay competitive in this ball game.
And they got to figure it out here and quickly if they want any opportunity.
Now under center, Stumpf with the man in the backfield and 2 wide receivers, fakes the handoff, a look to pass, got a man over the middle, no, go towards the sideline, and not able to make the grab there. It would have been a big one. Intended receiver Ben Ronk, but off his hands.
And so close to finding Ben Ronk. He had him right there at the face mask. A beautiful throw. Just a drop pass by the receiver.
Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd and 10, they'll get another shot at things. Hatfield back to the huddle. They'll sub out Ronk after that one. Now outside linebacker showing blitz as they put Hatfield in motion. They'll just hand it off to him. And he'll pick up a few yards, but not much at all. So it brings up 3rd down.
Be 3rd down and long. Tried to give it to him on the end of round. Had a couple blockers, but nothing there.
Picked up about a yard on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 9.
So quick to the line of scrimmage. It looks like Stumpf is going to be alone in the backfield. He's got 2 wide receivers on his right-hand side, 1 on his left. He backs the slot receiver up, looks to pass, steps up in the pocket, doesn't have much room and nowhere to go as he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Might have picked up a yard there, but it's going to bring up 4th down and long.
A great job by Perry as he rushes up the middle. The linebackers are right there watching him. Now they'll have to send it over on downs.
This is exactly what the Panthers needed if they wanted to get back into this one, but they really have to chain together a score on the sequential drive. I mean, 3 points going into the halftime, that's demoralizing, quite frankly.
And they have to here, especially if you waste some clock, then you give it back to Big Walnut. They'll have the ball in the 2nd half as we're going to get a fake.
No, I think he's going to try to find room to kick it. And crossing, gets the 1st down and more. Drilled at the 40-yard line and back on his feet. And the trick play ended up paying off for them.
A great job by Jake Neff. And it'll be a great rush. And that, I thought it was a design play.
I've seen them do that before where the punter rolls out, sees if he can get some space, and then he just punt it off away. Anyway, I thought that's what was going on here. But once he started running to his left, I don't think he saw an angle where he could kick it off.
What a beautiful job by Jake Neff.
Now out of the pistol, hands it off to Buirley. Buirley gets one hand on him and stays on his feet, crosses the 45, picks up about 6 yards, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was unexpected. Didn't see that coming, so the offense had to quickly get back on the field. It was a great rush by Nolan Buirley for a pickup of 5.
Jaden Wilson on the stop. Gain of 5, 2nd.
Crossing the halfway mark here in the 2nd quarter. Make sure you stay with us through the halftime show as we bring you the band show. And as always, we'll bring you the Course and Fire and Security halftime show as well. Now Stumpf under center out of the I formation. And following the fullback, Buirley gets close to that 1st down marker. I don't think he'll quite be there. We'll see if they give it to him, and they do give it to him. So converts the 1st down and gets him a new set of downs now on the 30-yard line, just chugging away on this drive as they approach the red zone.
Another 5-yard gain, just chugging along, ticking down the clock as well.
Now back out of the gun. Hand off to Buirley, doesn't have much room at all, and he'll just fight to stay on his feet. and salvages a couple of yards out of that one, but not much at all.
A great job by Nolan Buirley. Just stay on his feet and convert that play into a positive, but only a pickup of 2.
Brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Eagles.
2nd and 8 is what it'll be. They're on the 28-yard line. So they'll have to cross the 20, get into that red zone in order to convert for a first down. Continuing to tick away at this clock. They're under 10 minutes now, or 10 seconds on the play clock, under 5:43. And they will just call the timeout, so running a lot of time off this clock.
Play clock runs down.
But all the same.
Call the timeout.
Big Walnut, they're first.
It'll be their first, so each side left with 2 timeouts. So with 4:04 remaining here in the second quarter, we'll see what they're able to do with this, but a 21-3 point lead if they are able to get the touchdown. I mean, that's big for this offense.
And it would be massive. You would then, if you can hold them, go into halftime up by 3 scores, and then you get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, very good point there as well. They did kick things off to begin the game, so they'll be getting the ball back and likely just trying to leave as little time as possible on the clock for the Panthers.
Second down for the Eagles.
Now on 2nd and 8, they went with a pretty condensed package, but they spread it out a little bit. Now out of the pistol, they hand it off to Buirley, who gets a block and stays on his feet. Right around the 23-yard line is where they'll rule him down for forward progress. It'll make it 3rd and about 3.
Nolan Buirley.
And a great job by Nolan Buirley. You get a good pickup of about 6 yards, so it'll set up 3rd down and short.
So 3rd and 2. Not unfamiliar with this situation. We've seen it several times tonight. They'll look to keep the chains moving again. Only been stopped 1 time on 4th down, and even then, they went for it on the punt, and it paid off for them out of the I formation. They'll fake the handoff to the fullback and give it to Buirley. Buirley's inside of the red zone. He falls down around the 16-yard line for the first down and more.
Great job by Nolan Buirley. Gets down around the 16, so a pickup of 6 yards.
Both bands warming up, and don't forget we are going to bring you the band show at halftime, as well as, of course, the Fire and Security halftime show with those stats.
First down for the Eagles.
Stump the snap, pitches it out to Buirley. Buirley just short of that 10-yard line. It'll keep the clock moving and bring up 2nd down.
12.
And it'll be just very close. They pitch it to the left side, found some blockers, and it'll be a pickup of 4.
On the stop for the Panthers.
So they're going to have to get to about the 6.5-yard line to get a new set of downs. They're on the Panther 12-yard line currently. As this clock continues to tick, we're going to cross 2 minutes with this play here. Partial to the pistol on this drive. They'll hand it off to Buirley again. Cutting back in. The juke's so deadly for him. Really loving that pistol formation, and it's really because they give Buirley as many options as you could possibly have. A lot of misdirection you can run out at the backfield, a little bit of deception as well. But at the end of the day, he's just following blockers straight up the middle.
And on that time, it doesn't work. It'll be a pickup of just 1. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. This is definitely 4th down scenario for this team if they decide not to kick.
So on 3rd and 5, they're on the 11. Puts Hatfield in motion. They'll let him clear out. Stump having trouble with the snap and just able to get it off, but it's intercepted, and he's going to make it all the way into the end zone, almost untouched. Got blockers everywhere. He's a bit slow, though, so he's having trouble. Crosses the 20, crosses the 10, and into the end zone. So an unfortunate interception, and Eli Stumpf is still down on the field.
And what a job, 89 yards to the house, as that is a beautiful return for this team. And Stumpf thought it probably should have just taken the sack there, gone down with it, tried to flick it anywhere right into the hands of a Perry player, and that immediately puts them very close.
And Stumpf's now on his feet, but was pretty slow to get up as he was brought down by a few Panthers. And for the Golden Eagles, this has got to be tough. I mean, on third down, they were within the red zone on the 11-yard line as Stumpf makes his way back to the sideline on his own 2 feet and ends up giving just a silly interception. They felt like they had this game sealed, and quite frankly, that's a bailout for this Panthers defense.
And then you had it in the red zone, looking to waste some clock. Now they'll have the ball back with just 1 minute and 5 seconds, so they'll still have some time, but they have really helped out this Perry team regain momentum.
Now lining up for the point after, Brock Huggins kicks things up, and it's through. So now 14-10 here with 1 minute 5 remaining in the second quarter. Stay with us.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Joining you with 1 minute 5 remaining here in the second quarter as there's a kickoff, a huge play transpiring just before the break. Brody Hatfield off to the races here as he crosses the 20, stays on his feet, shoots back inside, crosses the 40-yard line. And so with 55 seconds remaining, this offense will begin again after the interception. And we'll see, hopefully, Stumpf coming onto the field as they're in the huddle.
And if you're the Golden Eagles, you desperately want to try to score here, then come out of halftime, score again after the momentum shift by Perry, getting the interception off of Eli Stumpf. Really just able to take it all the way back for 89 yards.
So they'll start things off on the 41-yard line. They'll have just under a minute to work with. Out of the gun, they'll hand it off to Buirley, who gets hit at the line of scrimmage, brought down around the 46, though. It'll be a pickup of about 5-yard lines, and they'll call a timeout.
And see what they decide to do. Only one more timeout to burn.
Game clock operator. We'll set the clock to 47 seconds.
So they'll give them a second back there and make it 47 seconds remaining here in the first half. Approaching no man's land and crossing into Panther territory. On this timeout, want to make sure the path they take forward is going to be the correct one.
And now they're going to have to start running the ball, or not running the ball, throwing the ball with only one timeout remaining. Can't really run it too much more.
Well, let's see here. So Stumpf not back into the game. It looks like that's Jackson Bowers under center. They line up in the I formation, which a lot has signaled run a lot in the past for them. And a flag thrown.
And that'll be a massive storyline to continue to watch, Bryce.
And it goes against the defense on the encroachment call. and it'll force an automatic first down
5-yard penalty against
after it was 2nd and 4.
takes the ball across
But Eli Stump, just such a crucial piece to this offense to allow them to throw the ball and run it so efficiently. If he's not there behind center, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Keeping this train moving as they give it right back to Buirley, and not much room. Clock continues to tick. They're not going to call this timeout. They're just going to rush back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the eye one more time. Handing it off to Buirley, who crosses the first down marker and gets a little bit more.
And
so
they'll take a timeout here, I would assume.
You'd think so. Or no, they're back to the line of scrimmage.
Clock stops, reset the first down.
And so they will just spike it here, so it'll bring up 2nd down. They're on the 35-yard line.
With 15 seconds to go in tonight's first half.
And now they'll have an opportunity for a couple plays here. Really set themselves up in field goal range if that's what they want to do. Try to extend their lead by a touchdown.
And be about a 52-yarder from here. We've seen a 47-yard attempt made by Neff earlier in the season. That's his longest. Bowers will pass it off to the sideline. Aiden West makes the completion, gets the first down, and a little. We'll see. They'll rule him just short there.
And a good job throwing it out of bounds on the out route. Finds him right there on the comeback. And it'll be a pickup of 7 yards.
11 seconds remaining here, keeping this timeout in their back pocket for when they really need it. And they'd love a touchdown, and I think that's what they're looking for, is just to break one off. Bowers looks to pass over the middle. Oh! Misses Hatfield, and that's a tough one to lose there as it brings up 4th down and 3.
So it'll be 8 seconds left. And this is a tough play to decide. It looks like they'll bring out
Incomplete pass brings up a 4th down and 3.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to kick a field goal here.
And try to go for it on the right hash.
So it'll be a 45-yard attempt here on 4th down. And they draw them offsides. And so they'll make it a little bit easier for them here on 4th down. Instead, it'll be 1st down.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense number 72. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
The 2nd time this defense has bailed out the Golden Eagles on this drive with the encroachment calls.
Because of that, the kicking unit will come off the field. You only have 8 seconds, though, with a timeout. Have to throw this out of bounds.
They don't have a medical tent, but Eli Stump is under a tent on the sideline, just taking a breather and a drink of water. Dropping back to pass, looking towards the end zone, and they find a man. It's Aiden West completing the touchdown pass with 4 seconds remaining on the clock. You cannot script that one even better.
And what a throw, a 23-yard touchdown pass. And just finds them over the 2 Perry defenders. A beautiful throw to West.
You know you got a good football team when your tight end throws 23-yard touchdowns.
Jackson Bowers, a great way to really get this one going.
And they destroyed Logan last week, and for almost the entire second half, we saw Jackson Bowers now after the Eli Stump injury really paying off for him. And we'll see, they draw him off one more time.
And it won't change much. They'll just have a closer field goal.
So they'll try the point after again, but multiple mental lapses for this Panther defense, and they do not need that if they want to get back into this one. Kick is up and it's through. So with 4 seconds remaining, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles are leading this one 21-10 over Perry in the second quarter. Stay with us and stay with us through the halftime for the show.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
So back with 4 seconds remaining here in the first half, Big Walnut Golden Eagles on a pass from Jackson Bowers to Aiden West made this lead a 21-10 one. And kicks it just short of the goal line, so they'll end up taking it at the 1-yard line, hit at the 20-yard line, so they end up closing out the half in the same manner of a touchback. So after 2 quarters of play, Big Walnut leading this one 21-10 over Perry. Stay with us for the halftime show coming up.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
I don't even know who started it. I think some of the business guys who crossed line years ago, like Tice, Sewer, those guys started it. And they're not, you know, they don't add anything to it. Because it's been years. It's one of them deals that
Gets into an account.
yeah.
I don't think we have.
Oh yeah, you got it.
The last 2 years we did it for athletic press. This year we're not doing it. You know, Molly, her husband passed away. Just next Thursday. So it's less than a week. We'll be his due.
Unexpected.
About a minute. Yeah, about a minute.
Kids got, how many kids he got? 3. Kids.
18, 15, 13. So we're going to do it. Persistent. So, yeah, he was a good dude. Well, the one goes to Sacred Heart. Yeah, good. So, how long are you?
take a seat. Why do you care?
Bryce Coder, Micah Flack with the OH Report. Time show, and after one half of play, Big Walnut leading this one 21-10 over the incoming Perry Panthers. Taking a look at our halftime stats so far, in this one, Perry was 6 first downs, 112 rushing yards, 11 passing yards for a grand total of 123 yards, 3 penalties, 15 penalty yards, and 1 turnover. For the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, 11 first downs, 204 rushing yards, 53 passing yards, a total of 257 yards on the game, 1 penalty for 5 yards, and 1 turnover. So, pretty pretty clean one so far, just in all regards. Everybody keeping the ball tidy, but it is Big Walnut who's taken the initial lead here.
And Big Walnut has really carried that into halftime. An interception by Eli Stumpf that would be taken 89 yards to the house would really give Perry some life. It was 14-10, but then immediately after Stumpf would go down due to injury, his return is questionable. But the tight end Jackson Bowers would immediately come in and throw a dart in the back of the end zone, which put them up by 2 scores. So now they'll come out of the half with the opportunity to put another touchdown on the board and really cement themselves in this game.
So they'll look to do just that. Stay with us through that as we bring you the second half as we wrap up the Course and Fire and Security halftime show.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Let's go.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors who support our content free of charge for all football fans in the local area. MOBA Store by Dearman Moving and Storage. Fast, cost-effective, portable storage because your stuff has a story. Corson Fire and Security. Mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Man Therapy. So life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection to see if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. BKD Legal LLC. Attorney Brian Duncan is dedicated to providing you assistance in language that you can understand. Call 740-965-1348. That's 740-965-1348 to schedule a free consultation. North Central State College, providing individuals with the knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Again, we thank our sponsors who support our free and subscription-free coverage of local sports. Bryce Cutter and Micah Flack back here at Big Walnut High School, where Big Walnut is leading this one 21-10 over Perry Panthers, and they will get the ball back here to start the second half. Able to score on a 23-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Bowers to Aiden West with 4 seconds remaining in the second quarter. That ended up extending that 4-point lead into an 11-point one. Now Hatfield receives it, crosses the 20 and brought down around the 24, and that's where they'll begin this drive.
And it was a really good first half for the Golden Eagles. Outside of that pick 6 for Perry, they were able to get back on the board quickly to end the half. Now they want to start it out here with another touchdown, extend their lead to 18.
Just outside their own 25-yard line.
Now looking for the first play of this drive. We'll look to get something started. That's correct. Bauer still in at quarterback. Stumpf looking for him now, but they put a man in motion. Stumpf on the sideline towards the line of scrimmage, hands it off to Buirley. Buirley puts his head down and with a full head of steam hits the pack of white jerseys and they'll rule them down by forward progress.
And that'll be something to look out for. Jackson Bowers behind center. Eli Stumpf, a very huge part of this offense. So something they'll try to work without, at least through this series and beyond, possibly.
We've had him all season long. We saw for the very first time last night the look from Bowers, and that's really paying off for him now after the injury. But seeing Stumpf over on the sideline, he's jumping. Looks like he wants to get back in this one as Buirley hits a brick wall, and they'll push him back and roll him down and bring up third down.
And a great job by this Perry defense to start off this first series strong. They know they have to contend with Nolan Buirley when Eli Stumpf is out. They'll get a pickup of 4 yards, so this will be massive third down for this team to start this half.
Definitely a choice that's paying off for them as a defense there, just hyper fixating on Buirley as they line up in the I formation one more time. They come set, and the snap rolling out. Bowers looks to pass, finds a man, and looks like he'll get close to that first down marker.
Pass complete to number 44, Peyton Abrams.
Peyton Abrams, the intended receiver, and made the grab, and he does pick up the first down.
Mitchell spots the ball at the Eagle 36. First down.
Just there for the first down. A good pickup on the pass to move the chains. And Jackson Bowers, he's had a couple really good passes so far, just finding that chest helmet area. The receiver's making the good grab.
Now out of the gun with two wide receivers wide to his left, he hands it off to Buirley. Buirley bounces off a blocker, picks up about 4 yards in the process, and stays on his feet after the scrum. They finally rule it down, bringing up second down.
The Golden Eagles going to look to try to just be methodical. You're not going to maybe throw it as much as if Eli Stumpf was there. You're going to rely a lot more on Nolan Buirley. Perry knows that. They have to take advantage.
I have been impressed so far with his throwing efforts. I mean, that 23-yard touchdown, that was right on the dime to West. Now putting a man in motion, they'll fake the handoff, and Bowers just takes it himself and nowhere to go. Brought down, and I think it's going to be for a loss.
And a great job by that defensive line of Perry, read it all the way, and the defensive line able to get home.
Carries up to the 41, brings up a 3rd and 5.
Now on 3rd and 5, they'll look to convert. They're on their own 41-yard line. Been very successful so far on the third down attempts. Out of the gun with 3 wide receivers, 2 of them to his left. He'll look to his right and finds Aiden West on the completion to pick up the first down, and a few yards more. The chains continue to move, and Eli Stumpf is making his way back onto the field.
Eli Stumpf will come back on, and a great job by his placeholder, Jackson Bowers, completing 3 passes, making the most of his opportunities to just help out this team get down the field.
Buying time for his quarterback as they set up out of the pistol again. They'll hand it off to Buirley on the left side, cutting up the middle, and a gain of about 5 is where he'll be ruled down.
Now Eli Stumpf will add another dimension. A proven passer, can run with his legs as well. Perry will have to be on guard and watch out for what he does.
Brought down by Austin Mattox.
So adding yet another element to this offense is looks like Bowers is limping a little bit coming off the field. They'll send on Hatfield in lieu of him. So meeting with the trainer is Bowers. Stumpf alone in the backfield. Looks to the sideline, finds a man this time. It's Nolan Buirley with the reception. Buirley gets the first down and more. They'll rule him down. The clock continues to run. Say he didn't go out of bounds yet.
Great job by Nolan Buirley. Able to get from the 47 to the 39, so a pickup of 8 on the pass.
And the freight train is rolling. They have 14 first downs so far tonight. And this is exactly what they excel at. Keeping this defense on the field and forcing mistakes just through pure fatigue. Now hands it off. Buirley will stumble forward, get about 4 in the process, and bring up second down.
And they're being very methodical. We talked about this in the pregame show. Just take your time, be methodical, have those long drives, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Have already wasted about 5 minutes off the clock. Thank you. So it's a great job by this offense to take some time off the clock.
That's exactly what they excel at, and just leaving this defense with no time. They put Hatfield in motion, reveals the zone, hands it off to Buirley. Buirley jukes back inside. It'll be about a yard short of that first down marker as it brings up third down, and the clock continues to tick.
And you hope to get a touchdown here. You've wasted a lot of clock. You would go up by 3 scores, would be crucial in this game for this team. You go up by 18 after the pickup of 5. Nolan Buirley just continuing to barrel his way through the defense.
Right at the Panther 30, 3rd and a yard.
Back to the line of scrimmage, under center. Out of the eye. Hands it off to Buirley on the right side, who shakes a tackler, picks up the first down, gets about 2 more. So continuing to chug down the field.
Doing exactly what they need to do, Bryce. Just cut it to the outside. You get those 2-3 yards, but it's been plenty enough for the first down.
Some substitutions as they make their way back to the huddle.
Spots the ball to 27. That's another first down for the Eagles.
Yet another first down, make it their 15th. Hands it off to Buirley, cutting across the left side, running parallel to the line of scrimmage. Will get about half a yard before he's brought down, brings up second down.
And Buirley just stopped there, tried to run it to the near side, cut it back in, but Perry just gets through the gap to make the tackle from the legs.
Picks up about a yard on the play.
Interesting substitution here for the offense. Tequan Bunting coming in, the power halfback. Got to see a lot of him in the last game against Logan. He'll line up on Stump's left hip. In the wide out is Ronk in Pollock. Snap, hands it off to Bunting. Bunting powers down. There's a flag thrown, though. So a healthy gain. We'll see if it stands.
Would not be shocked if this is a holding called on the offense.
Salazar in on the defensive stop. Flag down on the field.
Looks like they do motion for the holding in the referee conference.
Defense number 63.
It'll be on the defense.
10-yard penalty.
Massive play. Would have been second down and or third down and long.
Defensive holding there, a big one.
That moves them up, a massive gain. It puts them in great position.
So many discipline mistakes. That's the 4th one tonight for the Perry Panthers defense that have given opportunities to this Golden Eagles offense. Just made it way too easy. Now residing on the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Chain gang puts them down.
The 10-yard line. First down.
Bowers in the slot, a condensed formation, hands it off to Bunting. Bunting crosses the 5-yard line, fights to stay on his feet, and he's brought down at the 2, and they are knocking on the door of this goal line.
And a great job by Bunting, just able to run through the middle, finds the crease, was met just a couple yards past the line of scrimmage, but dragged some defenders with him. A great, powerful run.
Brought down by Dominic Scott.
So Bunting checks out, and Buirley checks back in. If he gets a rushing touchdown, that'll be his 22nd on the season. Comes set, hands it off, fighting forward and gonna come up short. They try to rip it out, but staying on his feet, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Was it about the 1 yard line, but the backwards progress not ruled down.
It'll be very, very close. They'll say he gets about a yard, so 3rd down and 1.
Buirley with a carry down near the 1. Brings up a 3rd and goal from the 1
So
yard
with
line.
this play, they will have burned 9 minutes off the clock here in the 3rd quarter. They've been the only ones with the ball, and they have made it count. They're on the 1 yard line, 3rd and 1, out of the I formation. There's a flag thrown and contact in the backfield as Stumpf made contact with, I think one of the linemen will take another look. This one goes against the defense though, so it'll set him halfway. Let's take another look here.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense number 8.
So offsides will set him back a yard.
Still 3rd down.
Take another look here and just
Very close. Very, very close. They'll spot him half a yard. And
3rd down.
and hit at the line, spins and into the end zone. Nolan Buirley with his 3rd touchdown of the night.
what a job by Nolan Buirley. It's just a half a yard from the end zone, spins his way into it. And that gives them a much-needed 3-score lead late in this 3rd quarter.
And the train keeps on rolling for this Golden Eagles offense. Just a mistake with the INT pick 6, but they have been spotless since then. Lining up for the PAT, it's up and it's through. So scored now at 28-10 in favor of the Big Walnut Golden Eagles over Perry Panthers. Stay with us through the break as we bring you the remainder of the 3rd quarter.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Back here with 2:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter, getting a little bit of space as he crosses the 25-yard line. He'll be brought down. The Panthers will start about there.
And a great job by the Golden Eagles on that last drive. We talked about in the pregame, be methodical, have those long drives. Well, that was very long, Bryce. Over 9 minutes taken off the clock. And a beautiful job to just be able to get there to the end zone.
I've said it many times before, but the clock management of this Golden Eagles offense is just absolutely impeccable. They'll start on their own 26-yard line here, 1st and 10. Puts a man in motion. They end up handing it off, this time to Connor Shepard. I'm sorry, that's Marcellus Harris.
Marcellus Harris.
Harris with a couple of carries so far tonight. Eli Helton comes up with the stop.
And a good job, just able to get the stop on him.
Up to the 31. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
And it'll be 2nd and 5.
Now back to the huddle. I mean, they've really got to move with a sense of urgency here if they want to come back in this one. Caleb Hundley in the backfield, offset. They end up handing it off to him off the hand of Mattox. He tries to jump, but hit in the legs. Brought down short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and short.
So this is where they really want to try to get this third down. Just a couple of yards short.
Definitely not in the territory yet where if you come up with the fourth down, maybe medium, where you feel like you have to go for it, but you're starting to get there.
And they need to see what they need to do here to get this third down, just a couple yards short, and see if they decide to go for the pass.
Cornerbacks will lay off. Mattox just tucks it and takes it himself towards the first down marker. He gets it in a little bit more. He's got a block out towards the sideline. Following him, crosses the 35 and spun around and thrown down on the ground at the 30-yard line. So a huge play for the Perry Panthers awakens this away crowd.
What a great job to get all the way down to the opposite 30, just cutting it back and forth and able to find where they need to go.
There we see that sense of urgency, a man on his right hip. Mattox takes the snap. They're going to run it again, this time to the other side. Crosses the line of scrimmage and brought down just short of the 35. Will pick up about 4 there.
20 seconds left on the clock. See if this might be the end of the third quarter after a massive 34-yard pickup.
And Landon Donan on the stop for Big Walnut.
So 2nd and 6. They're still in the huddle, so this likely will be the final play of the third quarter. And they'll have an 18-point deficit to chip away at here in the fourth quarter. Stay with us for the conclusion of this football game.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Now starting here in the fourth quarter on the Golden Eagle 26-yard line, some healthy yardage, and the ball comes out. They fall on top of it and recover the fumble. And so a massive swing of events after the huge gain on the reception. They end up coughing it up.
A great job to turn that over by the Golden Eagles defense.
Forced the fumble.
Austin Kawasaki coming up with the fumble there, just putting his head down, making that contact, and no amount of grip in the world was going to keep that one in.
Great job by Austin Kawasaki to make that play on the ball, and now they'll have great field position to start their second drive of the half.
Hands it off to Buirley. Buirley looking for a little bit of space, cuts towards the first down marker, and he's brought down just about 3 yards short. Brings up second down.
Great job by Buirley to get on at the end around.
But an offensive holding will back him up. Only their second penalty of the night so far.
I haven't seen a lot of those. Tough way to start the drive for this Golden Eagles offense.
As the Panthers, you have got to come up with a big stop and quickly if you want to stay in this football game. You've got them pinned on their own 14-yard line. It's 1st and 20. You have to come up with a stop here and at least give your offense the opportunity to score.
And even if you get a field goal here, you would be up by 3 scores. Be 21 instead of 18, so you would force them. You still are forcing them to make 3 touchdowns. But a field goal even would be a nice gain on this drive.
Now the handoff. Buirley with speed, stays on his feet after crushing the linebacker, crosses the 50-yard line. He's got trouble along with him, though, wrapped up around the shoulders as they try to strip it. He's brought down at the 15-yard line, and a flag is thrown at the end of the play.
What a job by Nolan Buirley, getting all the way to the opposite 15-yard line.
Wilson brought him down.
And the offense still staying up there. Referees moving up as well. So whatever this flag is, I'm guessing isn't going to bring him back. Still discussion being had, though. Flag thrown. It landed around the 15-yard line.
There's no flag on the play.
And they're going to wave it off.
First down.
What a job by Buirley. If you know what the math is on that for the rush, about at least over 70 yards.
And so explosive as a player. I mean, he can use his legs to just bowl you over, or he can outrun you, and we saw that there. Now Stump puts a man in motion. Pollock on the left side of the formation. One linebacker in the formation gives it to Bunting, giving Buirley a breath. Hits the 10-yard line.
This offense has just been stout running the football. Nolan Buirley able to find a crease, now giving him a breather. And this is what they want to continue to do, run the ball efficiently.
So now just taking their time and ticking away at this clock as the play clock crosses the 15-second mark, but the game clock is crossing the 10-minute mark. We'll try it again. Bunting in the back of that I formation. They send him away, ends up handing it off to Abrams. Abrams drops the ball and just falls on top of it. They're lucky to hold on to that one there.
And just lucky, like you said, to just hold on to it. Might be a loss on the rush, but they'll have picked up 2 either way.
Preston Daisy on the stop. Gain on the play brings up a 3rd and 3.
So with 3rd and 3, you know, they could come up with the field goal, but I'm sure they really do want to make this a 4-score game, and they would really feel like that would be one of the nails in the coffin.
And just a score update, if Big Walnut goes on to win this, they would currently play the 4-seed Ashland as they are up against St. Francis 20-7.
And Stump just takes it himself for a 8-yard rush into the end zone. So many weapons for this offense. Add yet another scorer.
Beautiful job by Stump. He comes all the way to the near side, finds the hole, able to just keep it. Was reading through his progression with the fake throw. Able to beat out a couple defenders from Perry, and they continue to add on to their lead.
Jake Neff will attempt the point after.
Jake Neff
Brody Hatfield will hold.
Going for the point after. Tries to draw him off sides, no luck this time. The point after is good, so we'll take a quick break. 9:17 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Big Walnut leading 35-10.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org. Men have a way of doing.
Bryce Coder, Mike Flack with the OH Report here in Sunbury, Ohio at Big Walnut High School, where the Big Walnut Golden Eagles have just scored in the way of an 8-yard touchdown rush from Eli Stump. Just decided to tuck it and take it himself, and it paid off for him.
Number 4, Kyson Walker returns.
And it was all set up by the quarterback, Austin Kawasaki, who was able to pump or pretty much push out the ball. As Perry was looking to drive down the field, he forced the fumble. Big Walnut was able to recover it, and that has really set up a huge drive. They're up by 25 points with under 10 minutes to go. Perry just trying anything here to get a response.
Now handing it off, they take it back to the other side. And that was Kyson Walker with the carry.
Jake Knapp on the defensive stop.
And so truly it is a 4-score game here. If they are able to get 3 scores and even go for 2 on each of those, they'd still end up about a point short. They keep the clock running.
Has to go off the field.
An 8-yard rush on the play, and Golden Eagles would love to have a running clock if possible. See how long this drive takes, where Perry goes, if they can get to the end zone or not.
Now under center, they'll put a man in motion behind him. He'll look to pass. Mattox has room in the backfield, looking over the middle, stepping up into it and just poking it out. A couple of guys there. The intended receiver was Jaden Wilson.
Pass intended for number 3, Jaden Wilson.
Wilson not able to come down with it, as Brody Hatfield able to make the play as the defensive back. So now it'll be 3rd down and 2. I like that play by Perry. It's 2nd down and 2. You can take the shot and now maybe go back to the ground here on 3rd and short.
We just keep the defense guessing. I mean, you got to stay unpredictable against such a strong squad. Big Walnut has 2 linebackers in the box and 4 defensive backs. They hand it off, and he's got space. Looks like it's Shepard. Blockers run into each other. He crosses the 30, runs into the tacklers, and finally brought down. That's Carter Dancer. Credit him with the tackle. But a huge pickup for Shepard, and they're going to need that if they want to get back into this one, as they're now into the red zone.
What a great job, just able to get past all the other guys. They'll get all the way to the 21-yard line, so great job.
Moving the chains again under center. They'll hand it off, this time to Walker inside the 20 and brought down at the 15-yard line.
So trying to make sure they get the touchdown here, keep themselves alive in this one.
2nd down 4.
Are starting to see that sense of urgency come into play here. They do want to fight for it. They don't want their season to end right here tonight. One wide receiver, they'll hand it off again, this time to Shepard. Shepard fights to stay on his feet, gets the 1st down, and get to that 10-yard line. It looks like it'll be 1st and goal.
Good job to fight his way down to the 10-yard line. He will get through some tackles and will pick up exactly what he needed.
1st and goal from the 10 for the Panthers.
So getting things started again. Neither side used a timeout yet. They put Walker in motion, hands it off to Shepard, who bounces outside, and he's into the end zone off the stiff arm. So this one gets a little bit more interesting as the Perry Panthers get one back. 16-35 now.
Number 22, Connor Shepard for the score.
And we'll see what they end up doing here. Looks like they do have the field goal unit on. And they'll line up. The kick is up, and it's through. So 17-35 with 7:11 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Stay with us.
Doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm. and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Now with 7:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Perry able to get one back and going for the onside kick. We'll see who they give it to, and they give it to Perry.
What a job by Perry, unexpected there, and that's massive for them. Just come up with that play, and they're really debating this.
And discussion still being had, it looks like.
Well, it needs to go 10 yards. So did the ball go 10 yards?
First down, Massillon Perry. Please set the game clock to 7 minutes.
So they will end up giving it to him. These home fans not happy, but they rule it down on the 49-yard line.
And that's huge for them. It'll be 7 minutes now on the game clock. They'll add back on 15 seconds.
Onside kick is successful. The Panthers have it at their own 49. First down.
So trailing by 18 points. They put a man in motion, hand it off to Walker. They've had success with the run lately, lining up the tackle and inside of Big Walnut territory. He's brought down around the 44.
It's a huge series now for the Golden Eagles on defense. They get another score here. They're well within striking range. And they can get it to 24. They'd still be down by 2 scores, but they'd be much closer, one of the closest leads of the night.
Indeed so. They hand it off again, this time to Shepard again. And stuffed at the 41. I do think they're going to get the first down. They do.
Give to number 22.
They get the first down. The clock continues to run. You want to be quick about this drive, but you don't want to force errors. You don't want to do anything insane or crazy. And this team has yet to attempt and complete a pass.
Now they'll look to pass. Pressure is there as he steps up in the pocket. He's hit, finds a receiver. I believe that's Shepard. Shepard's just a yard short of the first down marker to bring up second and short.
Just when I say they haven't completed or attempted a pass, they do just that. Only 2 yards short.
Going with the hurry up offense now. He'll take it himself. Mattox gets drilled, but not before getting the first down.
Great job on the play, a pickup of 1, but that's all they needed. So they continue to march down the field.
So the chains move. They're on the Golden Eagle 30-yard line.
Ball spotted at the Eagle 30.
Now out of the gun, we've seen them throw several times out of this formation. They will again. Finding a receiver, this time it's Wilson. Wilson is hit and brought down at the 10-yard line. This drive continues to roll downhill.
Great job, it'll be a 20-yard pass. Just able to find him over the middle, have that soft coverage, found a spot in the zone.
Oh, flag is thrown, though.
Personal foul. Offense number 3. 50-yard penalty. Still first down.
And so offensive foul and another flag thrown. And another flag thrown. Flags all around, so look at the offense backing all the way up, and what a heartbreaker. They're just trying to get back. And another unsportsmanlike conduct
Another dead ball. A sportsmanlike
Another one, a 45-yard swing.
15-yard penalty.
And what a massive swing that will back them all the way up. So it negates the 20-yard pass. The chain's still at the 30.
Quite frankly, what a huge mental mistake. You have an opportunity to get back in this football game, and you come up with 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Look how far back this offense is going. They're all the way across the 50 on their own 40 now.
And it'll be 2nd down and 40, Bryce.
At least. It'll be 1st down and 50.
Panthers have a 1st down back at their own 40 after a multitude of penalties.
I like what the PA announcer said. There are a multitude of penalties, and that describes it pretty well.
I mean, so many mistakes there. Just absolutely unacceptable as a team. You're trying to fight for this game in the regional quarterfinals.
And that's a massive group of penalties. They were inside the 15-yard line. You immediately take all of that away, and you have a mile to go down the field to even have an opportunity at a 1st down.
A huge mistake, just boneheaded. They'll keep the clock running. We're approaching the 5-minute mark. So it's 1st and 10, but they back them up all the way to the 40 is what they end up doing. Mattox finds a receiver along the right-hand side. They'll tackle him inbounds, so the clock continues to run.
And it'll be a good pass. And just continuing to run the clock, but they backed them up so far. They have so much more to go.
And they'll take it again. This time Mattox running parallel, gets hit in the legs. He loses the football, but it's against the ground, so they end up throwing the beanie, but I do think that's going to be ruled down by contact.
And it will. A great run, a pickup of 12, but the clock should continue to run. It does.
So now back into Golden Eagle territory. They're on their 34-yard line.
From the Eagle 34.
And this offense has just been backed up all the way, but they've gotten 1st down after 1st down after moving about 40 yards back.
Rolling to his right, there's pressure from Stover, finds the receiver, and runs out of bounds. They'll stop the clock there inside the 20-yard line. 4:19 remaining on the clock here.
And this Golden Eagles defense is starting to give up big play after big play. The defense has had no answer for Perry on this drive.
And even if they do score the touchdown here, I mean, you got to think about the fact they were able to salvage this drive, but they also burned another 1.5 minutes off the clock.
And you'd still be down by 2 scores. I would expect them to go for the 2-point conversion as a flag is thrown. Probably will back them up again.
No, it'll go against Big Walnut.
Encroachment. Defense number
So you move them up 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
But even if you get this here, and I expect them to go for a 2-point conversion to just be down by a field goal instead of 11, you still have to then stop them, score again, and then you have to stop them again and score at least a field goal. And there's so much time on the clock. This Big Walnut offense has been incredible.
Now looking to pass along the left side. He's going to step up in the pocket. He has space crossing the 10-yard line. One-on-one with Hatfield. He jumps back inside, and they're going to give him the touchdown.
16 yards on the right number.
A rush from Mattox, just takes it himself, made all the difference.
An unbelievable run that sees him get skied into the air.
And so I do think they're going to go for, no, they have the kicker out there.
And I guess they'll decide to go for it on another touchdown if they can even get that. A little bit shocking to see them not go for it here.
I mean, you just watched the Golden Eagles burn 9 minutes in the 3rd quarter. You have 4 minutes left. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating. of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
All right, so an interesting one here. 4:09 remaining left in the fourth quarter. 35-23 is what Big Walnut's leading Perry here. They're going to line up for the onside kick again.
And this is massive. You need to get this here. Both teams still have 3 timeouts.
And hits their own player, so the flag's going to come out.
So because of that, it'll immediately be Big Walnut football, and they'll have it in very good position.
Another look at that one, just off his own guy. And
onside kick is recovered.
So with
by
great
Jack
field position, the Golden Eagles are going to take over, and they'll look to close this one out. They're leading by 2 scores.
This will be big for the Golden Eagles. There's still 3 timeouts to burn here for Perry, but a couple first downs could really do that.
Nine penalties so far for Perry tonight.
Panther 47. Big Walnut has it there. First down.
But they'll look to stop this offense and get back onto an offensive drive on their own. They've been unstoppable. Handing things off to Buirley, who doesn't have any room at all. They finally blow it dead as they try to push him forward.
Well, you have to be very wary here if you're Perry.
Oh, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout.
And it's a little bit shocking they take a timeout immediately. I know you want to get the ball back. You can't waste too much clock. But eventually, if you waste all 3 of them here, you get down and score. Well, then you have to hit it, give it back to them. If you don't get that onside kick, the game is immediately over because they'll just kneel it and call it.
Yeah, very first play, wasting no time at all there. Knew what they wanted to do and got a lot of work to do if they want to get back into this one, but they still have hope for this season.
And if you're Big Walnut here, you hope to get a first down or 2, really seal this game as they can have to continue to burn timeouts.
Eagles find themselves with a 2nd and 8 from the
4:02 remaining, 2nd and 8. The snap, hands it off to Buirley. No surprise there. They'll keep it on the ground. He's drilled and brought down. Away fans elated.
Just nowhere to go for Buirley. So I expect here on this 3rd down, they might run it again, try to waste some more clock. Another timeout probably to be called if that's the case.
Well, they'll let it tick. As we're under the 3.5-minute mark, they sub on Hatfield. It's on the 43-yard line of Perry. Stumpf out of the gun. 3 wide receivers at his disposal. A man in the slot. Towards the sideline of the left side, but unable to come up with the grab. So they're on the 43.
So it'll be 4th down and 6, or 4th down and 6, yes.
Doesn't look like the offense is going anywhere.
No, they're going to decide to go for it here, and or maybe not. No, they'll bring
substitutions. Yep. And we saw him go for it earlier.
And they're going to go for it.
I don't
Maybe
think
just try to draw them off sides.
They're going to go for it. No, over the head. They'd better just fall on this one. No, he's going to take it himself. He gets the punt away. Brilliant. And it's going to cross inside the 10, and they're going to fall on top of it at the 1-yard line. You have got to be kidding me. What a swing of events there.
And it looks like they'll actually, will they spot him at the 1? No, it looks like they'll spot
they're
him at the 20.
give him the touchback still.
But either way, you still get it off beautifully. You still will pin them at the 20 at least.
I cannot believe they got that away. Just incredible peace of mind by Nolan Buirley to stick with it and just kicked a line drive straight over the line of scrimmage, and it bounced all the way down. I personally thought that one was downed at the 1. Referees disagreeing.
And massive, massive play by the punter to just get that off. That was Jake Neff. Beautiful job.
And rolling out to his left, looking for a receiver. He's got him, man. And unable to come up with it. Brody Hatfield, a fantastic play, just staying with it, not even making contact, and just swatting that one out of his hands. Didn't even see where that ball was coming from.
Office number 78.
And it was holding.
Still first down.
So back them up anyway. But they'll be backed up. So the clock will be under 3 minutes now. 2 timeouts. A 5-yard penalty.
Penalties marked off against the Panthers back their 15. Repeat first down, first and 15.
So pinned inside their own 20-yard line. Rolling out, looks to pass, has pressure along the sideline, finds a receiver, and will just step out of bounds and bring up second down.
And the whistle's blown, but
another flag on the field.
Another man downfield. Office number 78.
And they are just getting backed up after backed up, and this team just cannot create anything in this second half. I don't know, how many penalties is there in the second half for Perry?
11 penalties for them. And that one, I mean, ineligible man downfield, it's an illegal formation.
Wow, first down and 20.
First down and 20.
So first and 20.
But it's a playoff. This game is way more important than a game in Sunbury. First and 20 now for Perry on their own 10. Down 11.
Looks to pass towards the sideline, and it's a bad ball. I mean, into the sideline.
Just maybe throwing it out of bounds, no receiver, but there was no one even in the area. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on the guy who was running an out route about 10 yards short of where he threw the ball. So it'll be second down and 20. They're going to pass it on all 3 downs, I would suspect.
2:20 remaining, looking to pass. And they find a receiver again, runs out of bounds, will stop the clock. 2:36 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And this one, pretty competitive it ended up being. And with 2:36 remaining, we've had a lot of fun here at Big Walnut High School. They are going to go to neutral territory next week, so I just want to say thank you so much to all of the fans, to Brian Shelton in the athletic department, Shelton and company. They do a fantastic job, absolutely gorgeous facilities here. We've had a fantastic time. Thank you so much for having us as a part of this with your journey.
Just no one there. They make the tackle. The clock will now continue to run. Is they going to call a timeout? They will not. So it'll be -1, 4th and 8. They have no choice but to go for this. And this play will decide the game.
So now to the line of scrimmage. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Looks to pass again. Pressure. Finds a receiver. Falls over top of him. Walker makes the reception. So
and they give him the first down.
It will be a first down.
What a job. 8 yards on the pass to just pick it up. They got to go quick.
The hurry up looks to pass again. Finds a receiver. Runs out of bounds. And so with 1:38 remaining, While Perry tries to desperately keep this season alive, the Golden Eagles crowd smells blood in the water, and they smell a regional semifinals in their future.
Just trying to do whatever they can to keep this game alive. Big Walnut just trying to not give them any room.
Second down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to pass again, rolling out to his left, looking over the middle. Not able to find a guy, and it's intercepted. Brody! It looks like it looks like Kawasaki ended up making the grab, and that is going to be the nail in the coffin. There's a flag on the field as a man has just been thrown off. We'll take another look at that one there at the end. And just a huge mistake there.
And it'll be a massive play for them. So a minute and a half.
Dead ball. Second personal foul. Number 3 on Perry. What a punch. That player has been disqualified.
A punch. So Jaden Wilson has been ejected for punching another player. I get their frustrations. There's a minute 29 left in your season. That's how you want to go out?
And that's massive. Still 2 timeouts. Even if you use them here, 1 first down, we'll see what they end up doing. But a massive play by the Golden Eagles.
A huge one there. Just overthrowing that one, and coming up with the grab was Kawasaki. And they are on the 28-yard line.
And they'll just run it here, no reason to pass. 1 first down ends the game for sure.
The 27.
The handoff, Buirley takes it, a decent gain, right around that first down marker.
Nolan Buirley with the ball.
And they'll just run out the clock. And Nolan Buirley will get them right where they need to be.
So we're going to send Micah down to grab our MVP player of the game. It gets a little bit dicey here at the end with all the fans leaving, and especially all the media here trying to grab the MVP player of the game. But we're inside of 1 minute. They're not going to burn either of the timeouts here, it looks like. Back to the line of scrimmage. Play clock crosses 10. Lining up in the victory formation. They take the first knee. And doesn't look like they're going to take a timeout. There's 34 on the play clock, 30, just 1 second above on the game clock. They're going to run it to the very end and take it from there. So Big Walnut is going to win this one by 11, 35-24. They dominated in the first half, but it got interesting. And the Golden Eagles are the victors here, moving on to the regional semifinals. Looks like they're going to be taking on the Ashland Arrows on neutral territory. Stay with us for the MVP interview in the post-game show coming up next.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Picking up new hobbies such as cooking is another manly way to avoid depression and reduce stress. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make my world-famous guaco mahogany. First, mash up 5 or 6 of these green things. Then add hot sauce, this lettuce stuff, these red things, salt, some of this stuff, and limes, and finally, bacon to taste. Delicious.
Let's go. You've been playing it Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go harder, put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire out the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here, blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go.
Report here with the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Man Therapy MVP player of the game. It's Jackson Bowers, the sophomore, coming in clutch tonight at quarterback. The injury from Eli Stumpf, he was out for a little bit. Coming up big. We saw you play quarterback last week. Were you comfortable stepping into that role?
Yeah, I've been practicing all week, so felt like I was prepared when I went out there. Had to step up and take control and be a leader.
So we saw a lot of it last week. Now this week, huge moment there. But overall, playing tight end as well, excelling really well. What does it mean to win this football game?
I think it's the next step on the ladder of our goal. I mean, we want to make a run in the tournament here. So I think it's just another step, another step towards our goal and what we want to accomplish as a team.
So you're going to be facing likely, I think it was Ashland next week. So hopefully going to be a good one there. What do you feel like taking into next week you're going to be working on or looking at as a team?
I think our defensively, I mean, they put up a lot of points as a team. So limiting them to minimal points and just playing together as a team and try to play a perfect game in all three phases.
Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Shout out Coach Harden, offensive coordinator. He put me in the position to succeed tonight. All the offensive line, they were helping me because my first time playing quarterback in a big game, so they helped me out and helped me get through it.
So big night for you. Passing touchdown, 23 yards, excelled in the tight end position. Congratulations to our Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation Man Therapy MVP, Jackson Bowers.
Thank you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
With the OH Report with Micah Flack up here in the booth for the Course and Fire and Security post-game show. Big Walnut winning this one 35-24. Let's take a look at our post-game stats. For Perry, 13 first downs, 158 rushing yards, 72 passing yards for a grand total of 230, 12 penalties for over 100 yards, 111 to be exact, 3 turnovers, 19 first downs for the Golden Eagles, 333 rushing yards, 72 passing yards for a total of 405 yardage on the night, 3 penalties for 20 yards and 1 turnover. So it was a decisive victory for Big Walnut, but at the same time, a little bit of a nail biter as they came back into it in the fourth quarter.
And Perry was really able to start to get a lot more momentum than what the score might indicate because they got an onside kick that allowed them to get another opportunity. But the defense came up clutch. Austin Kawasaki would make sure a fumble came out, and that really helped them to seal the victory. And now they're going to play on a neutral site. You're going to go into the regional semifinals, who we know will be Ashland. They are 12-0. They defeated 8-2 St. Francis de Sales of Columbus, so that will be a tough matchup.
Absolutely. We'll take a second to thank our sponsors one last time for the evening. Mobistar by Dearman Moving and Storage. Fast, cost-effective, portable storage because your stuff has a story. Course and Fire and Security. Mention OH Report to receive 10% off your fire and security services. The Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation and Man Therapy, so life hasn't been all sandalwood and sunshine lately. Visit mantherapy.org today and get your free head inspection. See if it's time for a checkup from the neck up. Men are better men when they're happy. PKD Legal LLC attorney Brian Duncan is dedicated to providing you assistance in language that you can understand. Call 740-965-1348. That's 740-965-1348 to schedule a free consultation. North Central State College, providing individuals with knowledge, skills, and inspiration to succeed in their chosen paths. And Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Wrapping things up, I'm your director, producer for the evening, Bryce Coder, joined in the booth, as always, by our favorite Micah Flack, joined on camera by Chris Pomponio tonight. I'd like to say thank you to everyone, and particularly thank you to Big Walnut High School for all the partnership and the great times we've had together so far this season. You know, it's an absolute honor to be here, to be a part of such an incredible season. Brian Shelton and company doing a fantastic job just across the board with this athletics department. They have beautiful facilities here. They care so much about those students, and I think that's what matters most of it all. You at home, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a good night.